Here we go.
Look at what men have to choose from. They have to choose from a bunch of women acting like men.
As a newly single girly in her 30s, I have some dating concerns.
The older I get and the more I'm dating, I'm really realizing you don't want a rich man.
Women are very selfish today because all we do is tell men like what we...
The majority of women today don't understand the word reciprocity. They just take.
Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at?
Women are not attractive anymore, and I'm not even talking about their looks.
At first it was kind of funny, like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna be single forever, I'm gonna die alone. Now it's been 3 years, it's not that funny anymore. I'm at the point where
That right there is called realization. Realizing the time is running out. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Look at what men have to choose from. They have to choose from a bunch of women acting like men. Why do they want a career woman? You think a masculine guy? You want guys to be masculine, right? You're saying these guys are lazy, stay-at-home sons, socially awkward, feminized. Okay, you want the masculine man. Why would that masculine man want you? What are you doing? You're playing his role. He doesn't need you to have a career.
Where are the women pushing 30? Where do we find good men at? And I'm not talking about the club, and I hate dating apps. Where do y'all find single men at? Where are the single men? Because everywhere I go, I'm seeing taken men.
Dating apps feel like I am shopping at Ross and I am in the racks going like just passing through the clothes. That's what it feels like. My friends somehow convinced me to get on dating apps. You know, I've been single for about 1.5 years now. And I was like, whatever, okay, like I'll try it. I'll be open-minded. If I receive another message asking me WYD, what are you doing right now? What the hell does it matter what I am doing right now? What is your intention? That's your opening move? I haven't even met any of these guys and I am already so freaking annoyed. Whoever said that this generation of dating sucks, it really sucks. You guys, where are they? Where are the kings? Where is my future husband? It's so frustrating. I literally would rather be alone. It's scary out here. I am so annoyed. I am so done.
It always amazes me when a woman in her 30s suddenly asks, "Where is my future husband?" The reason it's so surprising is because for most of their 20s, they never prioritized that part of life. Relationships and long-term commitment weren't on the agenda when attention was easy, options were plenty, and validation came from everywhere. But now, once dating gets hard, once the calls slow down and the options dry up, reality starts to hit. And suddenly, they're searching for something they once overlooked or even mocked. She says dating feels like she's shopping at Ross. Everything's picked over, disorganized, and nothing fits quite right. But the thing is, that's not how it felt when she was in her prime and had a whole mall of attention.
Right.
Back then, she wasn't complaining. She was ignoring good men. This pattern of women ignoring good men early on to seek them later on will never die out.
Okay, I'm trying to find the best places in LA to meet single men, and I've been on a bit of a hiatus because I had food poisoning. I was in Kauai. Now I'm back, okay?
And the riots.
So we had a team dinner tonight. We went to Pache, classic place in LA. There were so many cute guys. I don't know like how you would meet them at like a restaurant. It's not like really a bar vibe, but I will tell you, there were a lot of cute guys at Pache. I was surprised. Maybe I just like never looked around and like not all of them like were in couples. Like there were just like a lot of attractive men. So just doing my part in spreading the word.
I'm not single by choice. I don't want to be single, but I'm not desperate either. So I'd rather be single than pick the wrong person just so I can tell people I have someone.
The way I would literally cut off both of my butt cheeks just to have a crush right now, I would do it. I also fear that I have to meet somebody in real life because the dating apps, anytime I even tell anyone yes to meeting up and going on a date, I think they're gonna me. And then I sabotage it. So, like, can someone that has a crush right now tell me what the butterflies feel like? Because I forgot. Tell me what it feels like to feel a little uneasy and feel like you might be ghosted any second because I forgot. Things are not looking good.
I would say another reason why so many women in their 30s are so late to finding their man or husband is because they prioritized their careers and now they're trying to play catch-up. And here's the truth. When a woman chooses career, she's not just building something, she's also sacrificing something. Time, energy, and the window to build a family while the best men are still available. You can't have it all at once, no matter how much society tries to sell that dream. Now, many of them are getting ghosted, breadcrumbed, or played by the very type of men they used to ignore. The ones who were never serious to begin with. Why? Because a great number of the good men, the builders, the husbands, the protectors, are already settled, married, or done with the dating games. They were looking for wives while these women were looking for promotions.
I'm in my 30s, no kids, single. In my Chinese culture, I would be called a 剩女 or leftover. But could you please explain to me why? I look better now than when I was in my 20s. My body is more toned, my skin is clearer, and my style is more refined. I have the freedom to do whatever I want to do and be whoever I want to be. The world is not my oyster. The world is my ocean. And you're telling me I'm a leftover?
That's correct.
There are no hot men in Canada. When I moved to Canada, I thought a lumberjack man was going to come and sweep me off my feet. He was going to carry me into the woods, fight a bear, and we were going to live happily ever after. That's just not the fact. I haven't found one good-looking guy in Canada that piques my interest. I'm literally just about to go into the gym to see if I can find any. It's Valentine's Day next week, and I haven't got a date. What is going on, Canada? This is not what I expected when
Feminism.
I moved here.
Women are not attractive anymore, and I'm not even talking about their looks. It's the fact that so many of them are not healed, not appreciative. They don't see their own mistakes, and they're stuck in another toxic relationship because they can't see a good man, even if he fell upon her.
Right.
They don't even know themselves, and they're out here constantly trying to chase the next best thing. Being emotionally manipulative and not being able to take accountability at this big age is a turnoff.
Right.
Take some time to heal. Go find yourself without having to have somebody right by your side. Because nobody can do the work for you, and they can't distract you enough
I wonder
for
if
you
she
to
has a
not need to
husband.
do the work. You have to just pull up your big girl pants and do it. Just look in the mirror and be better, especially before that good man finds you. Because that is the only way that man is ever going to give you a second look. Because he is only looking for healed, healthy,
Yeah,
appreciative,
she's speaking
respectful,
facts. I think she has a
giving,
husband.
and loving, all of the above. That's what he's looking for. So just be that.
Well, that
She's gotta have a
is
husband.
true. A lot of women today aren't healed, aren't appreciative, and don't know how to genuinely reciprocate. And that's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of men are choosing to opt out of dating altogether. They're tired of putting in effort with women who think bare minimum is enough just because they showed up. But if we're being honest, the one thing that would rank number one for most men, the deal breaker that pushes them away the fastest, is accountability.
Oh.
It's something a lot of modern women seriously struggle with. Instead of reflecting, taking ownership, or asking themselves, what could I have done differently? They'd rather blame the guy. Everything becomes his fault. If she's toxic, it's because he couldn't handle a strong woman. If the relationship fails, it's because he didn't do enough. There's no
Preach.
self-awareness, no correction, just deflection.
If there's one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna overthink it, I promise you. Like all the time people are like, oh, why are you single? Because I overthought everything and scared every man away. Literally every single one of them. I'm like joking, but not
Overthought?
really. Like I'll like, in the beginning of talking with a guy, it's like always like smooth, it's copacetic. It's because I don't care yet. And
Because I overthought. That's a new one. I wonder how many girls are going to be saying that now.
once I care, I like read into literally everything. And then I'll like start overthinking, and then they'll like inevitably tell me to stop overthinking when that.
Dude, I swear, there's starting to become a trend of excuses that these girls are pouring out. It's like, Now they're saying that they've never had a boyfriend, and they're like 31 years old. Like that seems to be the trend now. I never had a boyfriend. I never had a guy ask me out. This girl just said I overthought, and I'm seriously thinking like that's gonna be a trend too. Some other girl's gonna say that. Dude, these excuses are becoming trends, dude. It's ridiculous.
And that makes me overthink more about the fact that I'm overthinking. And then here I am, I'm still single. It's been great. But my second favorite thing that I overthink is like when I need to go work out. Because like I will somehow overthink like what I should do for workout. Like I'll be like, oh, do I want to go to the gym or do I want to go to yoga? Or do I want to go to a pole dance class? Which like I've literally never done pole dance, so I don't even know why that's on the table. But so I'll overthink that too, and then I'll think about it for like 75 minutes, and then I won't wind up going.
One of the hardest parts about getting older is dating. Or should I say, the lack of available people.
She looks like she's 50.
I don't even know where to start looking. I mean, there's... and there's... I heard of this one. What do I do? And I think I'm a pretty easy person to date. I don't have kids. I own my own house. I have a really good job.
You look 50.
Yeah, so why can't I find anybody? I think one of the biggest problems is I have a really great group of girlfriends, and we do everything together. And so I guess I'm not putting myself out there. But where is out there? Can anyone tell me where out there is? And there's no opportunities to meet anybody where I work. So, I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm asking my younger friends, do you have any good uncles, or is your dad single? So if you guys could leave suggestions below, I would greatly appreciate it. And it seems like everything's online these days, so...
Girls, do you want to be asking yourselves, like... You girls want to ask other people these type of questions when you get older?
Tell me which of these websites and stuff are, like, worth it. Bye!
Well, of course, there's going to be a lack of people to date when you're older. That's just reality. The dating pool shrinks and the quality tends to drop, especially when you're entering it late expecting the same options you had in your 20s. But listen to the things this woman lists as her selling points. I don't have kids, which, yes, could be considered a plus
sad.
depending
It's so
on the
sad.
man. But then it's, I own my own house and I have a good job. Okay, but what about that makes a man want to date you? That's not what men prioritize in relationships. Most men aren't looking for a resume. They're looking for peace, femininity, qualities tied to your character, not your career. But nothing about her personality, attitude, or how she treats a man was mentioned. And then she sits back, confused, saying, why can't I find anybody? The truth is, many women don't actually understand men or what they're looking for. They think what impresses them should also impress a man. But it doesn't. A man doesn't fall in love with your degrees, your job title, or your mortgage. He connects with how you make him feel.
Damn! So
Right.
not one man ever looked at me and said, let me buy this Range Rover, or Escalade, or a Porsche. She can pick any Birkin or Chanel bag she want every Tuesday.
We're not
But all
doing
she has
that
to worry
anymore.
about is what hairstyle she
Fuck
gonna wear
no.
when she go wear drink lemon drops with her friends just to go gossip. Not one man? I am not the I think I am.
A lot of my clients come to me because they really, really, really want a relationship. But oftentimes I find that they come with a desperate energy for any love that they can get. Anytime there is any sort of sense of desperation for something that you want, you're going to be blocking what is truly meant for you. At the very root, this means there is a self-worth issue. Low self-worth is going to create desperate energy for what you want.
Well, of course, many of these women are desperate to get into a relationship, desperate for any kind of love or attention. You can see it in how quick they are to chase men that do not want them, overshare on social media, or try to force connections that just aren't there. The thing is, this is just the beginning. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Desperation doesn't attract love. It repels it.
Yeah.
And sadly, many of them are starting to realize that too late. They're not in high demand like they once were, and now they're learning that beauty and independence alone don't guarantee a relationship.
Nope.
It takes character, humility, and emotional maturity. Things you can't develop overnight just because you finally want something serious. Even on dating apps, many women give off that same energy, the vibe that they're waiting for a man to come save them. It's like they're signaling, rescue me, fix me, complete me.
This is a very unnecessary reason why women leave, ignore you, or ghost you. If you are genuinely confused on why things ended the way that they did, I'm gonna tell you something, and luckily I did not fall victim to this. I had a female friend and I told her about a guy that I was talking to, right? And the first thing she says is like, oh, you know, that doesn't make him special. He's not good enough for you. Like, he's not even important. He's doing the bare minimum, da-da-da-da. And I literally told her, listen, you're saying all this shit about this guy, but I never told you one bad thing about him. This is your first reaction towards me telling you that I'm being treated right by a good guy. And she felt so offended that I didn't listen to her advice that was trying to keep me single. But the reason why I'm saying this is because so many women sabotage relationships, right? They don't even know the full story. They might not even know the bad things, but I'm telling you, like, when I brought up to her that guy, she immediately changed the way that she treated me. Now all of a sudden, she's getting mad at me for little things. Now all of a sudden, her energy changed. Now all of a sudden, she's starting fights with me. But when I was single, she fucking loved me. But when she finds out that a guy is treating me right and he's making me feel good, happy, and feminine, all of a sudden, she's trying to find flaws in my life and pick at it. I'm like still trying to connect the situation together because I know
leave her ass, dude.
I know what I have to offer
That's
to
a
people.
bad friend.
But it's like I genuinely feel bad for the women who fall for manipulative women who will literally try to ruin your life.
Right.
Because they're jealous of you.
Yes.
This is actual real life. There are women like this. A lot of women will only love you when you're miserable.
Right.
But when you're happy, misery loves company, and they're going to try their best to get you that way. And yeah, she didn't like that I stood up for this guy because he didn't fucking do shit.
Right.
He didn't do shit. You're not going to talk shit about an innocent person and then expect me to agree with you. What? But yeah, to be honest, like, find a woman who's gonna defend you in private. Because if she's not loyal enough to check people who talk shit about you, then what makes you think she's gonna be loyal enough to not cheat on you?
Right.
Does that even make any sense? If you would like one-on-one coaching, it'll be in my bio. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention is I literally told her, like, I trust my judgment in my dating life. You don't have to criticize it.
Oh, nice.
Like, if any woman is watching this, defend your man, especially when other people don't. Like, they don't. They have they have no room to talk. They really don't.
I do agree.
Friggin', dude. I'm glad you said that, bro, because I've been saying for the longest time that all feminism is women giving other women bad advice. And friggin', what was I gonna say? Fuck. She was saying something. Oh, the misleading. Alright? When people don't like you, they just start misleading you. Alright? And when they're miserable, they want someone friggin', misery, brings company. And friggin', bro, you can't chill there knowing that you're miserable. You can't chill there with your friend when your friend's like doing everything right, bro. She becomes a mirror of everything that you were supposed to be, and it's gonna piss you off. Of course she's gonna give you bad advice. Oh, freaking that guy's gonna. I don't know what she said. I don't know what she said to this girl about that guy, but Women, bro, you guys gotta stop taking advice from other women. Start listening to men. Like how God wanted it.
A lot of times, women leave good men not because the relationship is broken, but because of outside influence. And one of the biggest culprits? Their friends. Women will sit around and take relationship advice from single, bitter, or secretly envious friends who have no clue what's really happening inside that relationship.
Right, envious friends. Hey, guys get jealous too. Okay, so guys will everything I just said. Guys will start doing it too if they become jealous of you.
These friends see one argument, one disagreement, or one moment out of context, and suddenly it's, girl, you can do better, or he's not the one. What's worse is that some of these so-called friends aren't just clueless, they're calculated. Sometimes they're planting seeds of doubt because they want the guy themselves. They'll downplay his value, magnify his flaws, and hype up the idea of freedom or deserving more, all while secretly wishing they had someone like him.
What's so good in their life for them to be criticizing yours? What's so good about their relationships? There's nothing good about their life. That's why they're talking shit about yours, okay?
Right.
And nah, my Latina side is not coming out. I'm just very protective over the people that I admire. And at a certain point, I was very protective over her. But once you get innocent people involved and you find a way to like try to hate on them, that's when a line is crossed. I'm not gonna tolerate disrespect, especially when you're trying to disrespect something that makes me happy. Okay. But I have many other female friends who are in relationships, and they actually tell me positive things. Like, they're in a successful relationship, right? They're in a fulfilling relationship. That's why they're not gonna criticize mine. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather take criticism from a married woman or a woman in a relationship or a woman who can maintain a long-term relationship rather than criticism from a woman who's single and she still has baggage from her last relationship.
Right.
Like, take advice from healed women. That's what I'm going to say. But that's the reason why, like, I don't really talk about my personal life because I'm very, very protective. And if I talk about my personal life, it's because I'm looking out for y'all. You guys deserve the truth. You guys deserve to learn from other people's mistakes, but I was smart enough to not listen to what she had to say. It just doesn't register. It doesn't add up. It doesn't logically make sense. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. It doesn't deserve my energy. But just if someone makes you feel good about yourself, if someone makes you feel happy, if your inner child comes out, don't let other people talk shit about them. Sure, they can give their advice, their criticism, their output, but if they're just saying something that doesn't make sense to you, you don't have to take it and you can just leave it. Oh, and another thing that I want to mention is he does not know about this situation because why would I tell him? I'm not looking for a compliment. Like, oh, hey, babe, you know, my female friend was talking shit about you and I defended, like, you want to know what I'm really saying? Pick me, choose me, love, like, that's not what it is. I defend you in private and I don't tell you about it. Because if I'm truly being loyal, like, why do I need to tell you when I did what I needed to do? Like, for example, if someone talks shit about my friend behind their back and I defend her, why would I tell her? Just so that she could get mad and retaliate against him?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to protect you in private and also protect your family. I understand that you have things to do with your life. And honestly, if I already defended you, why the do I need to tell you? Why the do I need a compliment from you? Thanks, babe. I really, like, no, it's integrity. Like, you care for people behind their back. You don't tell them everything that you've done behind your back because you're not keeping score.
In this case, the woman actually stood up for her man when her friend tried to bash him, and that right there is rare. That's not something most women do these days.
Yeah, that's
Too
true.
often they stay silent, nod along, or worse, start agreeing, even if they know deep down their man is a good one. But this woman, she set her friend straight. Because let's be real, it's easy to influence some women when you boost their ego and start feeding them that you can do better narrative, especially when you say it during vulnerable moments, after a fight, a rough patch, or when emotions are high. That's when the seeds of doubt are easiest to plant. And what gets ignored is the man who's sacrificing his time, energy, and effort, not just to keep the relationship going, but to help it flourish.
Heck yeah. That was another fire video by Cosmic Verse. If you guys like this video, drop a like. This is Handsome Homie backing up what Cosmic Verse had to say. Man, this was a good one. Freaking peace.